Thank you, thank you. It really is an honor to be here tonight, just because of the company, and to present a Lifetime Achievement Award to Mr. Leonard Nimoy. When I was thinking about what to say, the question of, what does it mean to earn one of these, to be bestowed a Lifetime Achievement Award. And, you look at the guy's resume, he's got 114, acting credits, and it's like he was on every TV show. He was on more shows than there are shows, and he did everything. And he's a director, an extraordinary director, as you might know. And he's a photographer, an acclaimed photographer. And I got to, meet him. I was nervous to meet Leonard Nimoy. And I remember the first time it was Alex Kurtzman and Roberta Orsi and Damon Lindelof and Brian Burke, and the five of us knew that Leonard was coming in. And we were really nervous. We knew that we had a story that we wanted to tell, and we could not do it without him. And he comes into the office, and I was not really a Star Trek fan to begin with, and he came in, and you could just feel the presence. It was like there was a disturbance in the force. It was like Nimoy was coming. Like, you just feel Nimoy's in that. And he comes in, there's Mr. Nimoy, and and there's a nice PA who, we ask if he wants a drink, and he runs off. And Leonard comes in, he sits down, and we're all sitting there, and we actually pitch him this idea. And we're waiting, and we're looking, and he's very thoughtful. And he starts talking about what it was to play a character as Spock. And that he hadn't really considered coming back to this role. And he's talking, and as he's talking, he actually starts to get emotional. And we're all kind of watching, and we're like, gonna cry, like in the office. And we're watching, and he's thinking, and we're on the and I swear to God, he was about to cry, and the PA comes in with the drinks. We're like, no! We almost had Nimoy in tears, and I get to know him, I get to work with him. There isn't a more gracious soul on the planet, more supportive, more encouraging, more about the creative process. I get to go to his house. I get to meet his family. He is a father. He is a husband. When you go to his house, and you should all go, you'll meet his family. Susan, his wife, is the most spectacular person on the planet. You love him more when you meet Susan. I cannot say enough about her. We should get another Saturn award to give to. She's unbelievable. And their kids, and they're creative, and his house. There's better artwork in their home than in museums and galleries. I kid you not. It's unbelievable. And what I realized was that the Lifetime Achievement Award, of course, is deserved, but he really has a lifetime of achievement. And I am so honored and lucky to have gotten to know him, to be a friend of his, to have learned from him as I have. And I could not be more grateful. And I know we have a reel to watch, so let's check out a few minutes of Leonard Nimoy. It's a true joy to present a Lifetime Achievement Award to Mr. Leonard Nimoy.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Whoa! Thank you. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. JJ, what can I say? And to have you and Jeff Katzenberg in the same room is really remarkable. The two of you brought me back to Star Trek after I've been away for years. He after 11 years, you after 18, you win the record. Fantastic to be here and to have this award. I'm really grateful. And I guess I'm entitled to take a couple of minutes to tell you a couple of stories. But Jeffrey talked about the relationship between Paramount and myself some years ago, and I just happened, I always carry this with me for an occasion like this if I could possibly use it. Yeah, it's great. Shortly after Star Trek went on the air, the fan mail got to be a little expensive for me, and I made a deal with the studio to help me out to pay for some of the work and the postage and so forth. So I got this memo from the Business Affairs Office in yeah. Yeah, really. June of 1967, dear Leonard, for the past several weeks, this is real. I've been consulted with respect to the operation in regard to your personally handling your fan mail, and I have iterated myself many times with regard to the agreement that I made with respect to our obligations to you in this connection. For purposes of clarification, to you and others receiving copies of this memo, I would like to iterate the agreement that was made. Desilu, that was the producing company at the time, in addition to your compensation, agrees to pay you $100 per episode towards your secretary and equipment needs for your personally handling the fan mail. Not intended, nor was it specifically agreed, that we would furnish you with pens, pencils, etc. Which we assumed you would furnish yourself. So the next day, this was Ed Pearlstein, bless him, June 13th. Dear Ed, thank you very much for taking the time to send me your memo clarifying our agreement as regards to fan mail supplies, etc. I hasten to assure you that we will no longer need to make requests in this area for some time, since my secretary and I have managed to steal enough pens and pencils from various offices around the studio. That was gives you some sense of the relationship I had with the company. When Jeff Katzenberg came to New York and asked me to work in the Star Trek movie, I said, "Go away." No, he was great. He was great. He listened to my story and my side of the issues, and he went to work and worked it out, and all was well. And we got to do a bunch of movies, and I got to direct a couple and act in 6 of them, and with my friend Bill Shatner. Great, just great. I've been at this genre thing for 60 years. And my very first job, not long after I landed in California, was a science fiction project. I thought this was going to rocket me to stardom, if you'll pardon the pun. It was a great project called Zombies of the Stratosphere. And my only regret was that I was not the chief zombie. I was the second zombie through the door. And but I was excited. You know, I'm acting in a film. I'm acting in a film. It's great. And then I got a wonderful break. A friend of mine was making a movie shortly after that, and I got to be the key guy. I got to be the key guy of the title role. The movie was called Attack of the Brain Eaters, and I was the key brain eater. So it's been a long and, if you pardon the word, fascinating trip. I've had a great time, and I have so many people to thank for the great experience that I've had. The Star Trek thing it really is moving to me, because I think we turned out some really interesting and worthwhile work. We entertain people, we move people, we touch people, and there's hardly a day goes by that somebody doesn't say to me, "It had a positive effect on my life," the character or the show or whatever. And it means a lot to be able to do that kind of work. I consider myself blessed that I've had this opportunity to work with the people that I've worked with, the writers I've worked with, people like JJ and Bob Orsi and Alex Kurtzman. This last one was really a joy. And we had a great time. It was a lot of fun. JJ discovered that I like ice cream, and there were gallons of it every day. We had a wonderful time, and I'm really very grateful. And to the Academy, of course, for this. It means a lot to me to be here and to receive this. I'd like to share with you, before I leave, a piece of writing that sits on the wall right by my desk that I think encapsulates the kind of experiences that we have as people who work in the business that we do, in the arts. It goes like this. It says, Edwin Booth heard the solemn whisper of the God of all arts. I shall give you hunger and pain and sleepless nights. Also, beauty and satisfaction known to few, and glimpses of the heavenly life. None of these shall you have continually, and of their coming and going you shall not be foretold. I think that really wraps it up and sums it up for many of us. I have had the glimpses of the heavenly life, and I'm extremely, extremely grateful for all the opportunities that I've had to experience that. So thanks to all of the people that I've worked with. I'm sorry I hit Bill Shatner. It's a shame to do a thing like that. We're very good friends. We're very good friends. There's a rumor around that he tried to drown me in Star Trek 4. I don't know how these rumors get started. I just don't know. It's amazing. And for the lady who saved my life, Susan B. Nimoy, thank you so much. Thanks. Good night. Thank you. Wait a minute. Live long and prosper.